Hadoop PIG Part III. Here we are going to learn how you can create what is called a user-defined function. So we'll learn what UDF is all about first, and then we are going to create UDF step by step. We are going to build a very simple couple of UDFs, and then piggy bank, which is basically a website where collections of user-defined functions are captured. So user-defined functions, UDF in short. What is it? Pig already provides extensive set of user-defined functions as a way of specifying custom processing. It has we have actually looked into a few of those functions, like average, count, or the string functions. These are already provided, but if there are some feature, some functionality that you need but they are not in the form of built-in functions, then you can create your own. So you can create your own UDF in different languages, starting with Java, Python, JavaScript, Ruby, and Groovy. Okay. So basically, you can create the custom function for all parts of PIG processing, including data load and store. Suppose if you want to read data from data warehouse, some kind of file, or things like that, you can certainly create your own custom load function. If you wanna do store your result in a very exotic data storage or something like that, which probably does not have a built-in storage function in that case from PIG runtime, and then you can create your own custom store function. Column transformation, if you want to have some special custom column transformation, then you can certainly create one. Aggregation, so pretty much every aspect of PIG processing can be customized by you creating your UDF. Okay, so we are going to actually see a couple of UDF examples, and the first one is what is called the eval function. So these custom functions are in different categories, and one of those categories are what is called the eval functions. Eval is in fact the most common type of function, and it's used with for each statement. Okay, so let's say an example of this. Suppose I want to create uppercase conversion function. Of course, there is already one. Already there is the this kind of function in the UDF. I'm sorry, in PIG built-in functions. But suppose if you want to create our own. So basically, once you create your own UDF function, that should be inside your jar file. So here you have to register that jar file, okay? Because it's actually inside this jar file, not from pig.jar file that contains all the built-in functions. So here I am creating users1 relation, reading users data1 text file using pig storage, comma, field delimiter, and this is the schema. Now I want to get the name from users1, but whenever I get that user's name, I want to convert it into uppercase. So I want to actually create this upper UDF function. Okay, so this is the way you are going to use your own UDF function called the upper. Okay, so this is eval function. So let's take a look at the code. So in order to create eval function, basically you want to extend eval funct, the built-in class. Okay, and then you're going to override this exec function, which receive a tuple. So this is a tuple, and then for that tuple, you are going to return, in this case, string. So we want to see whether input is null or input size 0, then we're going to just return null, so there is nothing to be done. And then if it is not null, then we are going to get, so input is a tuple, and if you say get 0, then you want to get the first field of that tuple. Okay, so that is going to be a string, and then we are going to convert into uppercase using toUpperCase method. Okay, all right. And let's see, and if it is an exception, we actually throw an exception like that. Alright, that is the eval function, which is used with the for each generate the operator. Filter function is eval functions that returns a boolean value. So if you want to have a filter function that actually does the custom filtering, that's when you want to create a filter function. So filter functions can be used anywhere Boolean expression is appropriate, including filter operator or bind count expression. So this is an example. So we have to actually have a jar file that contains our filter function, and again we load user data 1 data set in users 1, and then what we want to do is we want to use this custom filter to filter out users whose age is less than 50. Okay, so basically what we want to do is that we want to retrieve only the tuples whose users age is greater than 50. Okay, so we created this older than 50 filter function, and because we are filtering out users whose age is less than 50, we are using not. Okay, maybe I should actually use the JPassion dot younger than 50, and then I don't have to use a not case here. Okay, and then I just dump this one. Alright, so this is an example. So in this case, for creating a filter function, you are going to use extend filter function, and again you are going to override exact function. Okay, and again you receive a tuple, and then again we just to make sure that tuple is not null, is not size is 0. I mean, we do all this checking first, and then we get again first field of that tuple. Okay, and assuming that's an age. Okay, then we can check whether that person's the age is greater than or less than, so we are returning true or false. Okay, alright, so that is the filter function. So now let's actually see how we can in fact build this UDF. So we just learned how to use the filter function like this, and then the class. Okay, now let's see how we can actually build this one using the step by step. So the first thing you have to do is create a Java project. By the way, we are going to use Eclipse because this is a Java project. So using the Eclipse, you're going to create a Java project, and then you have to actually add the pic.jar as external library. So all the classes that we are using in our Java classes, like a filter function or eval function, they are coming from this pic.jar file. So you have to add pic.jar as external library so that there is no compile errors. There are no compile errors. And then you are going to create UDF Java class. Those are Java classes that we have seen here. So this is the older than 50 filter function Java class, and this is the upper eval function Java class. Okay, so step number 3, you are going to create this UDF Java class, and then you're going to create a jar file that contains this UDF Java class, and then you are going to run pig script that uses this UDF, and you have to use register the jar file. So if you see examples like this, you have to actually create a jar file, and then the pig script should use register to indicate this is a jar file that is needed. Okay, alright, and so that's basically the last step. Run pig script that uses the UDF. You have to register the jar file that was created in step 4. Okay, so we are going to do in fact exercise 1 and exercise 2. So we are going to in fact create that eval function and the filter function. Alright, so let's go to lab documentation, and here so this is basically the usage of it. So suppose you created a jar file that contains your upper the function, this is the way that you're going to use. Okay, so we're going to actually do step by step. First, you're going to create a new project. Okay, so you are going to create, so you're going to create a brand new project. It's going to be a Java project. Okay, and then you are going to name it. So you might want to actually say my upper UDF, my upper UDF. Okay, and then finish. Okay, and then you need to add PIG as external jar library. So this PIG was provided in the live directory of this hands-on lab. Okay, so what we're going to do is, select the project and properties, and then select the Java build path and the libraries, and then add external jar, and then you're going to go to live directory of it should actually Hadoop PIG 3. Okay, and then select it. Okay, and so let's do that. So we just create this one. We are going to create properties and Java build path here, and then libraries. You select add external jar. Okay, and then you go to you go to user. Go to file system and go to the users. What's that? Users or user? What is it? Users cloud. Oh yeah, here I should actually say this one. Yeah, so select Cloudra and go to Hadoop Labs, and then go to Hadoop PIG 3, and then live directory, and then select this PIG jar file. Okay. All right. So we have added pig.jar file, and then we click OK. All right. Now we are ready to create. So it's been added. Now we're going to create the Java class. Okay. So we're going to actually call it the package is going to be JPassion. Name of the class is going to be upper. Okay. And then we're going to actually copy this code. Okay. So let's run. Let's create new Java class, and package JPassion, and name upper. Yeah, I should actually use the upper and lowercase, but anyway, just to be consistent with the documentation. And we created upper class. Okay, and we are going to just copy this guy. Okay, so this is the same code that we have seen in the slides. So copy this code. Okay, and save it. Yeah, we should not have any compilers because this eval function, all that is coming from pig.java file. Okay, pig.java file that we just have imported. Okay, now we need to create a Java file that contains your UDF class. Okay, so basically what you can do is you can export, and then you're going to select Java file. Okay, and next, and then finish. Okay, and then basically you're going to it's going to create the myupper.udf.java file. Okay, in your workspace. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to right click and export, and select as Java file. Okay, expand Java, and then select Java file. Next, and we're gonna actually name it as myupperudf.jar. myupperudf. Okay, I think you don't have to specify .jar things. Yeah. Oh, okay. You can specify it. I think it understands it. Okay. Just to be consistent. Yeah. With the documentation. Okay. So the Java file has been created. Now let me see which is the workspace. I need to actually know the directory of this workspace. Property. The source. I should actually find out the. Oh, okay, so home cloud raw, and yeah, so this is where, so my workspace is the workspace directory in the home directory. Okay. All right, so what we want to do is we are going to create we are going to copy. Yeah, so this is the same directory, so you can just copy this Java file into your sample UDF directory. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy this command, because when I use the register, I don't specify the full path, so I want that Java file to be in the same directory with the this UDF. Okay, so go to command line and copy this guy, so I have already have it, so I'm gonna just override it. Yes. Okay, so now it should have the home, the UDF. So if you go to this UDF directory, I should have my upper UDF.jar file. Okay, yeah, so this is the one that has been created before, and that's part of the zip file. So we actually just override it. So if you actually take a look at the time, my uppers, yeah, so that was created February 18, 9:58. Yeah, this is like the West Coast time right now is in yeah. Okay, so I have that file. Now I am ready to run the script. So if you take a look at the pig script, so I have already my upper UDF pig file here. So if you take a look at the yeah, so I register my upper UDF.jar file, okay, and then I'm actually reading user data text file, and then I am going to use your package and the name of you're basically providing the path to your upper class from your jar file, so you have to specify the complete the package structure here. Okay, so let's run this guy. So basically all you have to do is just the pig and my upper UDF pig file, copy this guy and run it, and okay, and it's going to create the map reduce jobs, and it will run it. Then it should return uppercase name of the people in that text file. So the result is going to be something like this. Okay, yeah, for your own exercise, try to use a lowercase instead of the uppercase. Okay, so the change your class and recreate a jar file and see where the lowercase is actually being displayed. Okay, 50% complete. Let me just wait another 30 seconds. Okay, good. So this is the result, and it worked as expected. Okay. Alright, so exercise 2 is a filter function. So it works pretty much the same. We actually created pretty much the same way the project, and this is the Java code, and then we create a jar file and we copy it over to your the location where you have your pig script like this, and then you run it, and when you run it, it should actually display the people, only people whose age is greater than 50. So I want you to make a change so that display people whose first names start with, for example, S. Okay, so those are the exercises I want you to do. So I am going to give you guys about 15. I'll give you 20 minutes to do this exercise 1 and 2. And of course, if you guys done earlier, we can move forward. Okay. All right.